In today's video, I'm giving my 30-year-old Maglite with the original incandescent bulb, hopefully 30 more years of life. To see how I do this, stay tuned. There's a number of videos on this subject, but I'm going to give you my opinion on why I chose the bulb I ended up with. A great video to watch is Matt Smith's review of 5 LED replacements for the stock Maglite bulb, for which you'll find a link to his video in the description. Matt's review is very thorough and helped a lot in my selection of a bulb. His review covers a range of bulbs and he gives lots of specifications from the manufacturer, comparing them to his own measurements. He also demonstrates their capabilities in multiple settings, which gives you a good perspective of the different usage cases. Let's go through the process I went through to select the bulb and the reasoning behind it. Let's get started. The first place I always go to when researching anything is YouTube. The visuals and ability to watch and listen, rather than read, is more appealing to me. My initial search of Maglite LED upgrade came up with Matt's video in the results. After watching that video and quite a few more, I felt that Matt's video provided the most useful information. I did some other random searches for manufacturers, looking for other options that I may not have come across in YouTube reviews. In the end, watching and rewatching Matt's video on 5 Maglite upgrades is where I made my final decision. What helped from his video was his comparison between all 5 lights, where one was outdoors in a small field at night and also in a living room with the light on a coffee table pointed at the ceiling. For all practical purposes, my needs seemed to fit the FireFly 800 lumen bulb the best. The field test demonstrated good distance and enough spread on the beam for what I need. Some of the lights demonstrated could light an entire roadway, whereas I think I'd be okay with something that could light a bike path, and maybe some good range would help. One of the other bulbs I'm contemplating purchasing is the ASF3 XHP50. It's more of a novelty that I think will be fun to have, but it could be useful in special circumstances. There was another video on this bulb that shows the ability to start a fire. A link to this video is in the description. For the teardown of my old Maglite, unscrew the cap of the Maglite that holds the glass over the bulb and remove whatever falls out. Should be just the glass or plastic and the reflector. There's a screw-on cover holding the bulb in place. Remove that to free the bulb. With the FireFly, because this is not just a bulb replacement, the rebuild process is not quite the reverse of the teardown, but it is very simple. Put the cap on the table. Put the glass into it, then the FireFly, then screw in the flashlight body. If anything doesn't screw in enough, make necessary adjustments between the cap and the reflector housing. In the end, I left the reflector housing looser than it was before the upgrade, but it was still screwed on sufficiently. For comparison purposes, here's my 4-cell incandescent bulb Maglite at 25 feet from my living room wall. First with the bulb housing dialed all the way onto the battery canister, then out till the beam is centered, then back in again. This is the same incandescent bulb in a dark area on my commute to work. Again, the bulb housing is dialed all the way onto the battery canister, then out until the beam is centered, then back in again. This demonstration really highlights how terrible the old technology is. Now that my FireFly is installed, I'll do the same tests. Here's my living room wall at 25 feet. The FireFly bulb can't be focused because it's a combination bulb and reflector in one unit that slides into the Maglite, but I can double press the on-off switch to change the intensity of the beam. And now on my commute, here's the FireFly switching between the different intensities. Indoors, almost any light is fine, but outdoors is where you really see the difference, and it's where I use my Maglite on a daily basis while commuting to work. My decades-old Maglite looks like it will have a long and useful life ahead. It's impressive how when I picked up this Maglite, the unchallenged technology of the time was the incandescent bulb and some alkaline Duracells. 30 years later, the replacements for those technologies resemble the difference between the hot air balloon and drones. If you have a decades-old Maglite, no need to feel it's become a relic of time. It's too bad not all useful products have as much support as the Maglite, but then the Maglite was an extremely popular item back in the day. That's all I have for now, and I will catch you all in the next video.